sometimes whenever we go through broken up relationships, and not just romantic relationships, but other relationships, like as in family, friendships, as Christians, we'll sometimes question, why God, why couldn't you repair that relationship, or why couldn't you fix that relationship? I want to build bonds maybe with your father or your mother or your girlfriend or boyfriend, husband, wife, and sometimes marriages do break down. Sorry about the shaking, by the way. And sometimes we'll wonder why, why doesn't God ever fix? Because He always talks about reconciliation, but sometimes people's hearts are that hardened that it's not that they can't be reached. It's just basically that it's the same way with Pharaoh and Moses that time. Pharaoh's heart was hardened towards God. You know what I mean? So God had no other choice but to unleash the plagues to humble him. And even at that was still, Pharaoh still chased after them and ended up losing all his army. But the point I'm making is, why doesn't our relationship sometimes get reconciled with family or loved ones or whatever it may be? And it's because sometimes, God has heard the conversations when you weren't there. He has heard what has been said behind your back, and maybe some of them hasn't been that good, so He has removed you from those people because they're no good for you. And it's like any good father will do for his children. He will go out of his way to make sure you don't be involved with that certain people or certain person, and you do it to protect your children, don't you? You only want the best for them, and sometimes whenever you're going through it, you just can't seem to understand it. I was married once before, and I was praying, God would reconcile the marriage and, make things work and all this here. And I'm glad now He didn't, to be honest, because I have somebody now who knows my worth. I'm with someone now who loves me unconditionally. I'm with someone who brings the best out in me. And, I thank God for her every day. But at that specific time, I couldn't see that. So I just thought I would share this because I'm sure there's somebody out there that is maybe thinking, well, why doesn't God fix things? I suppose He could if He would, if He wanted to, in a sense, but maybe that person isn't good for you. You know what I mean? Maybe that family member isn't good for you. Maybe that loved one isn't good for you. Maybe that girl or man or whatever isn't good for you. And they're only going to drag you down. And maybe God's got has got things in store for you that He wants to give you, or things that He has planned for you, for like your future. And maybe they're going to hinder that. So, He's going to do what any good father does and make the hard choice. And I know if it was any of my kids, I would always pick the hard choice if I knew that was good for them. But all I can say is I thank God every day for the path He's took me on, in a sense, as in the hard choices that I didn't want at the time, but I'm grateful for them now. So I just thought I would just share this. It's something that had been on my mind, and I just thought I would share it because I just feel that maybe somebody might need to hear it at some point, So thanks for listening again. Sorry about the shaking. I'm on the road. So I will chat to you again soon. Right, bye.